The technical section and environmental management, thereby sparking thoughtful discussion and stimulating new ideas. We are fortunate to have amidst us Dr. P. Aruna, Senior Principal Scientist, Polymers and Functional Materials Development, CSIR, Indian Institute of Chemical Technology, Hyderabad, and Dr. Sinadurai Jason ICQC, Senior Lecturer Grade 1 from the University of Jaffna, Sri Lanka, as speakers for the first technical session. Welcome ma'am, welcome sir. As we set out on this intellectual journey, we hope that the sessions will offer all attendees a plethora of insights, enable fruitful interactions, and inspire fresh perspectives about the topic at hand. I now call upon Dr. Velachery-Tambaram Road, Dean, GMC IIS, to introduce and felicitate our first speaker for today, Dr. P. Aruna.
Center.
Okay. Madam,
James Madam is the Dean of Sciences and she is Honorary Dr. James. Thank you, ma'am. I would now like to invite Aruna Maharaj for an invited speech.
it's okay.
I would now like to Velachery-Tambaram, Dean, GMC IIS, to introduce our first speaker.
All present here. It's with great pleasure that I introduce, silence please, excuse me. It's with great pleasure that I introduce Dr. P. Aruna, a distinguished senior principal scientist at the Polymers and Functional Materials Department of CSIR, Indian Institute of Chemical Technology, IICT. Dr. Aruna's exemplary career in the field of polymer science and engineering is marked by to research, mentorship and industry collaboration. Dr. Aruna's academic journey is characterized by a relentless pursuit of excellence. After completing her MSc in chemistry from Madras Christian College, Chennai, she pursued her passion for polymer science by obtaining an MTech from Anna University, Chennai. Subsequently, she embarked on her PhD journey at CLRI Chennai, where she delved deep into the realm of polymer research and earned a doctorate in 2003. Since joining CSIR IICT in 2004 as a scientist in the Organic and Polymer Division, Dr. Aruna has demonstrated exceptional leadership and expertise, culminating in her current role as a senior principal scientist. Over the years, she has supervised and guided numerous PhD, MSc and MTech students, fostering a culture of academic excellence and research innovation. Dr. Aruna's research interests encompass a wide array of areas including renewable resource-based polymers, biopolyols, rigid polyurethane forms, water-based polyurethane dispersions, and high-temperature adhesives for aerospace applications. A pioneer work in these domains has not only advanced scientific knowledge but also paved the way for practical applications in various industries. In addition to her academic pursuits, Dr. Aruna has been actively involved in industry projects and grant-aid initiatives where her expertise has been instrumental in demonstrating process know-how and facilitating technology transfer to the industry. Her efforts have been recognized with prestigious awards, including being named the best woman scientist of IACT twice in the years 2004 and 2020. You can all applaud, madam, please. Congratulations, ma'am. With over 50 research papers published in international journals and 2 patents to her credit, Dr. P. Aruna stands as a shining example of scientific excellence and dedication to advancing the frontiers of polymer science. It's an honor to have Dr. Aruna among us, and I'm confident that her insights and expertise will enrich our discussions and inspire further advancements in the field. Please join me in welcoming Dr. Karuna. And I also take this opportunity to tell that she's a very great human being and a friendly person and very down to earth. In the few hours that I've met her, she's a super good human. That makes me, that should receive a big round of applause from all of you. Thank you. It's a pleasure seeing you. Thank you, madam.
Good afternoon. It's already afternoon. I will not take much of your time. Thank you, Madam Gayatri, for your nice introduction. What I will do today is just go through the kind of sustainable research which is happening in our organization. I am representing the Indian Institute of Chemical Technology, which is located at Hyderabad, and it is one among the 37 laboratories of the CSIR family. I think you all know about CSIR, and here we have CSIR and SCRC in Chennai, which do research in their own respective areas. Similarly, Indian Institute of Chemical Technology focuses research oriented to chemistry and chemical technology, and it is more oriented to organic synthesis. So what we do in our department of polymers and functional materials is research oriented to development of polymeric materials and projects which are related to polymers, be it an industry-sponsored project or a grant project. So to begin with, let me just tell you something about the sustainable chemistry research, because we have been talking about sustainability in general, and because I belong to an institute which does chemical research, I'll tell you what is sustainable chemistry. So as per the definition, sustainable chemistry is a scientific concept which seeks to improve the efficiency with which natural resources are used. So here the thrust is more on the utilization of natural resources to meet the human needs for chemical products and services. So this is a basic definition of sustainable chemistry. So the environmental and social benefits of sustainable chemistry. Yeah. Can you hear me? Yes. So the environmental and social benefits of sustainable chemistry are listed here. It includes avoiding the use of bioaccumulative and toxic substances which are hazardous to the environment, using renewable resources and decreasing the use of non-renewable resources, basically mostly fossil fuel based resources, and then minimizing the negative environmental impact of chemical processing. So you can see here the circle which represents the 12 principles of green chemistry, which is advocated by the ACS Green Chemistry Institute. So what are the 5 emerging trends in sustainable chemistry? Okay. So this is going to be actually the basis of my discussion today. Here you see that the green chemistry chemical manufacturing mainly is based on the green chemistry and process intensification. By green chemistry, what I mean is that it is a principles of waste prevention, anti-economy, and energy efficiency. And when you talk about intensification, it deals with microreactors and continuous flow reactors instead of a batch type of process. So this is the first emerging trend. The next one is the renewable feedstock. As I already told you, utilization of renewable feedstocks is going to be the future of sustainable chemistry. And bio-based chemicals, as you know, it doesn't depend on fossil resources, and there is a lower potential for lower carbon emission also. The next one is circular economy and resource efficiency, which most of us are now talking about. So that is the third emerging trend of the sustainable chemical manufacturing. And instead of a take, make and dispose model, the circular economy is basically to do with the resource efficiency, recycling and recovery of valuable materials. So now the fourth emerging trend is the energy management and carbon neutrality, where we are now talking about adoption of renewable energy sources like solar and wind energy, and transitioning from cleaner energy to the cleaner energy sources, which are definitely going to benefit in terms of reducing the carbon footprint and contributing to decarbonization efforts. And next is the digitalization and data analytics, about which all of you I think know, because this institute is working on this kind of AI and ML techniques already. So this kind of advanced data collection and analysis tool and predictive maintenance and resource allocation is going to help us a long way in actually addressing the problems of sustainability. And artificial intelligence and machine learning techniques are being adopted by many chemical industries now. And our institute is also actually focusing, one group focuses on this approach. Because we largely deal with chemical manufacturing and supporting them with our chemical engineering expertise. So the next slide. Yes, now I'll come to what ICT is doing. So we have different departments in our organization. Basically you can see here, this cartoon gives you the different departments which work on the various areas, and to impress upon you, we work on healthcare, chemicals, energy, environment. So we work on all four verticals, and we have about 160 scientists with a technical support of 200 people and about 500 research scholars. Other than that, we also encourage students to do their dissertation work for the MSc and MTech programs. So you are welcome in case you are interested in doing your dissertation work, or if you are interested to join in a project as a project associate. You are welcome to join our institute, because we keep conducting walk-in interviews, and these are advertised in our website, the details of the positions. So please look into the website and please attend the interviews, and you can also get in touch with the scientists prior to the interviews, so that you can just share your CV and that kind of thing. So we'll be more than interested in actually welcoming you to join ICT. So now let us go into the different aspects of sustainable chemical research which is going on in ICT. To begin with, agriculture is one thing that we are actually bent upon, because here what I am displaying here is a pheromone technology which has been developed by our crop protection group, and this is basically a pheromone technology which is nothing but propagation of this is a tool for the integrated pest management. What I came to know in the morning is that already Guru Nanak College is involved in this kind of artificial intelligence tool. They are using it for pest management. So this is something which we are doing practically. So what IICT is doing is that we are actually interested in identification, isolation and synthesis of some pheromones. These are actually hormones secreted by insects which communicate with each other releasing these pheromones or hormones. So using this sex pheromones, this pheromone application technology has been utilized in integrated pest management. So, as I already told you, we are involved in the identification, synthesis, as well as the popularization of pheromone technology to most of these farmers in AP and Telangana region. And we have been successful in demonstrating this technology for controlling the pests which generally influence the paddy, groundnut, brinjal, and many other crops. So it has implemented this technology in about 2 lakh acres of cotton fields where it is heavily infected with the pink bollworm, which is a pest. And yellow stem borer, which is actually affecting the paddy crops. This problem has also been solved. Over 1 lakh acres of paddy fields in AP has been benefited by this kind of a technology. And the benefits of this pheromone technology in terms of sustainability are, it is highly biodegradable and they don't have any resistance being a biological phenomena, because we are generally aware of the harmful effects of pesticides, chemical pesticides that we are using. So this technology has overcome that kind of hazardous effects of chemical pesticides, and it is free from contaminations and pollutions, and it is very specific to the target pests. So what pest you are trying to aim, it attacks that pest only, and the mode of application is very easy, and there is an increased value for this agricultural produce because of the use of this technology. So our institute is very much into this kind of integrated pest management using pheromone technology. So now this will give you the type of the pests which are affecting the crops, and all these problems have been addressed, and total acreage which was demonstrated was about 400 kilo hectares, because this is a heart of integrated pest management as far as the ICT is concerned. So you can contact Dr. Subha Reddy, who is actually the head of the semiochemical department, who is taking care of this kind of work. And here I have just summarized the kind of activities which are going on, as I already described to you. So the reduction in the pest sprays due to implementation of the pheromone application technology, you can see here groundnut crop by about 80%, there is a reduction in the pesticide usage, rice crop about 70% and brinjal crop about 50%. And the additional income which has been derived by the farmer is also listed here. You can see that it is a very significant amount for a farmer who is practicing this kind of subsistence agriculture, where only they have small farms. Okay, so this technology has definitely supported the farmers for several years in the recent past. So next will be, this is also one area which our institute has been actively involved, and several technologies have been licensed to the clients. This is actually the plant-based crop protection products, which are derived from two sources. One is the neem kernel, and the other one is the Anonas squamosa, that is custard apple seeds. So these two resources have been used for the extraction of bioactive compounds, which have been used as biopesticides. And this is kind of a circular economy, I would say, because whatever oil is left, it is used for the coating and UV as a soap industry, and leftover cake is also used as a manure or a fertilizer for fields. So this work is being headed by Dr. Krishnaya, and I have given you the contact details of him, so if anybody is interested, probably they can get in touch with him. So now coming to healthcare, which is one of the major focus areas of this present conference, I would like to say that ISCT is one of the labs doing pioneering research in the area of healthcare. we are more into drug development, active pharma ingredients, but with respect to this conference, with respect to sustainability, the kind of research we are doing is that we are actually working on the production of ultra-pure water for medical and biotechnological applications. So what we have here is a membrane and a resin integrated process where you can get cost benefit and very high quality of water with a TDS of about less than 2 ppm and less maintenance, and there are several installations which have been happened in the recent past using this technology, and we have been successful in implementing this technology in many hospitals in and around Hyderabad, and the technologies were transferred to several companies and hospitals other than research laboratories. So this is for the drinking water purification, which has been going on for quite some time now. This is not a very recent one, it is a very old one, but then it is continuing process. And we have covered about 10 states and about 50 villages and 25 schools with this technology. So basically it involves the collection of the groundwater, analysis, and then coming up with the technology to address the issues which are related to this water, what the people actually are drinking. So they have a deep fluorination plant, because in most of the Nalgonda districts there is a heavy problem of fluorine contamination in water. So IACP has been very instrumental in addressing this problem, and we have come up with several RO plants which have been commissioned in several areas, and the advantage of these is that it is highly compact and portable to remote villages, highly efficient for the removal of impurities as heavy metal losses, ions, and then the capital cost is also very, very reasonable when compared to any other technology. So the operating cost here, it is about 3 paisa per liter for 1,000 liter per hour capacity plant. And another invention which has come out of our research on water is the indigenous atmospheric water generator, which is very, very vital in the places where there is a rain shadow region. So where they don't have adequate rainfall, as low as 25% humidity level is sufficient for this technology. What it basically does is that it captures atmospheric moisture and converts it into water. And it operates very efficiently, and pre-filtration of air and compressed post-treatment of water to meet pH, so it meets all the standards. And this is specifically for very arid regions where we don't have rainfall at all. So now we have actually deployed many of these atmospheric water generator units, especially in the Secunderabad railway station, including Secunderabad railway station, Mumbai railway station. So if you happen to go there, you can see these units with IACP logo on them. So the other one is eco-friendly membrane technologies for effluent treatment, which in the morning even the Vice Chancellor Dr. Arumugam was talking about. So here we have very good technology which is based on membrane filtration, and here the basically hydrophilic polyamide membranes are used, and this is specially meant for the chloride ion removal. And it is also used for the nanofiltration of wastewater as well as the electrodialysis distillation hybrid process for anti-retroviral drug. Actually, these are used in chemical industries in order to remove all these contaminants in the effluents. So there is a commercial electrodialysis at the Medak district at the TRIX laboratories, and it is also installed in UK Aromatics and Chemicals, Ulcer. So there are several tie-ups with industries actually to implement these technologies, and it is a continuous process. It is actually continuing. It's not that it was done and it's over. another technology that Institute came up with an affordable multi-layered hydrophobic face mask during the COVID time. And this basically is a 4-layered mask, and this was actually funded by CIPLA, and the AICT and CIPLA jointly came up with this technology, and it has given employment for many people, and it was distributed to many institutions, organizations during the COVID period, pandemic period. Yeah. So this was actually transferred to 5 NGOs and 1 startup, and here we can see that the total mass, about 7 lakhs masks were made, and then it was distributed and sold. Then the NGOs got a very good financial support of 35 lakh rupees, and they have done very good work during this COVID period. This is in addition to this remdesivir and favipiravir repurposing, which was done by IICT. That is not a sustainable research. That is why I didn't include those things. But our core strength is mostly to do with drugs. So I here concentrate mostly on this sustainable research that is going on. Next. So Dr. Sridhar actually has been working on these areas of membrane filtration, masks, and medical grade water. So he is actually also called as Membrane Sridhar. Popularly in the institute they call him as Membrane Sridhar. So here this is actually the work that is currently going on, the development of hemodialysis membrane module as an input substitute the treatment of chronic kidney diseases. So this actually they have an indigenous spinneret equipment which can actually do the fiber spinning, and you can see the whole cross-sectional view as well as the full cartridge that is used for this kind of a hemodialysis. And now they are doing some preliminary work on this hemodialysis using goat blood, and in future this will be actually collaborated with many hospitals so that it can be implemented on human beings. So other than that, the kind of work that is going on is in the Department of Natural Products and Medicinal Chemistry is that novel drugs by natural product chemistry and bio-inspired and green synthesis of pharmaceutically relevant natural products and biocatalytic tools for novel synthetic transformations. But because these are all now done as a basic research, I am not sharing any data on the kind of a technology that has actually come up. So now this is something which everybody is now talking about, environment. So what is IICT doing about environment with respect to sustainable research? So here you can see that we are working also on the waste to wealth technology, where we are actually interested in developing certain advanced digestive systems, which is actually employing all kinds of waste. Okay, so the advantages of this is that it is very easy to scale up, and it has very small digestive volume, and it has low power requirement, as a result of which we have very good biogas yield, and the products also, byproducts which are coming out of that is also used as a manure for the feed. So it is a kind of a sustainable approach for the handling the waste, and we can see here that a variety of raw materials are used here: poultry litter, cattle, food waste, and vegetable and fruit waste, and grass, etc. are used as the feeder for this kind of a reactor. So this technology has been actually known as the anaerobic gas lift technology, which has been developed and implemented and commissioned in many places throughout India. And you can see here that the biogas plant has been commissioned in our own campus, CSIR IICT, Akshaya Patra Foundation in Gujarat, in Hubli, Karnataka. And again, Akshaya Patra Foundation, we have a very good tie-up with Akshaya Patra Foundation in many parts of the country. And the first commercial biogas plant was installed in the kitchen of PF in Velachery, Karnataka. So this is basically actually a substitute for LPG, and this is going to be, it is very efficient, and it is very easy to implement or commission the plants in even a village. So that is the advantage of that. So this is basically actually headed by Dr. Gangamani Rao. He is actually heading the Department of Environmental and Energy and Environmental Engineering Department. And you can see here that they have commissioned several plants, beneficiaries being central and state government stakeholders, municipal bodies and private organizations. So the advantages of this tech reduce the carbon emissions, and also the payback period is just about 2.5 to 5 years. So this is something which is an ongoing process. So as and when industries, organizations approach, then we look into the, all the engineering aspects and then go for the implementation. Next one. So this again is done by Dr. Venkata, who is also in the same department. And hence certain green hydrogen and short chain fatty acids are produced. 30 to 40 industries have taken this technology, and we got several national and awards for this technology. Even though it is not new, still it is being granted to many industries, whoever approaches the institute for this technology. Next. So he is Dr. Chakravarti, who is heading the Department of Oils and Fats, and who is looking into this technology. And recently they have come up with a source of the dietary supplement of polyunsaturated fatty acids using the. So this is another activity which is going on, which is also a sustainable approach to do the research. So this is the last part of my, I will not take much of your time. I work in this polymers and coating materials department, and we have three verticals here. One is the polymers and coating research, another is the energy storage and energy harvesting. Although energy harvesting is coming under the area of sustainable energy source, I am not covering this area because I am not an expert in that area. But definitely you can visit our website to know what is the kind of research which is going on, especially in the area of dye-sensitized solar cells, organic photovoltaics, and even the quantum dot based DSSCs. And I know that a lot of research is going on, so probably you can also see what kind of things are going on, if you can do some collaboration or something. But I would like to touch upon my research that I am doing, because all this time I have been talking about IICT. So this is the kind of research I do. These are basically bio-based polymers and coating materials which I try to develop using vegetable oils which are available in the country. Like I concentrate mostly on castor oil, cardamom, and cottonseed oil. Soybean oil is something which is edible. So the institute doesn't support research which is actually based on development of industrial products using edible oil. So we are not concentrating much on that. So what I have done is I have developed different types of water-based coating materials using these vegetable oils as a renewable resource, and we have tried to actually come up with studies, or we have studied the properties of these materials as coatings for wood, metal, leather, and various substrates. And we have also used some of them as adhesives also. So what we are trying to basically do here is explore the possibilities of using renewable resources to develop products. Being in the polymer department, I work on polymers, so I look into polymeric products, so different types of products. So here I have done the work on cottonseed oil. We have developed a couple of products. And next one, this is something through castor oil research. We have tried to develop foam materials, which is a substitute for the petroleum-based polyols which are used as a raw material for foam. And then we have also developed certain dispersions for coating as well as adhesive applications, and also use castor oil as a toughening agent for bisphenol A-based epoxies, which are generally used largely in our day-to-day lives, which has some disadvantages of brittleness and so on and so forth. So these are actually it is a summary of the kind of work that I carry out in the polymers and functional materials department using renewable resources. And the second part of that is that we have been interested in developing isocyanate-free polyurethanes, because polyurethanes also are used largely for a number of applications, and mostly they use isocyanate, which is toxic and which is very moisture sensitive. So we are actually trying to develop this isocyanate-free methods to make the polyurethanes, which I feel can be called as a sustainable approach because it is solvent-free. It utilizes carbon dioxide basically, and it has catalyst-free reactions, and it can be derived from renewable resources. So we are trying to use this approach on renewable materials. Why we started with soybean oil is that epoxy soybean oil is readily available. It's commercially available. So we thought as a proof of concept to begin with, let us start with this. Later we can extend it to other resources. So with that I will conclude my talk. I will would like to acknowledge the director CSIR of the city, the chairs of all departments who have very liberally shared the slides with me because they wanted to really propagate their technologies, and the colleagues and students of ICT and the IC Sure 2024 organizing committee for giving this opportunity, which is really very valuable for me. So thank you.
Thank you very much, Madam, for your enlightening and thought-provoking lecture on sustainable development that is undertaken at CSIR IICT. I now call upon Dr. J. Jayanti, Dean Sciences, to introduce Dr. James Success.
Good afternoon to all the audience present here. It is my pleasure to introduce the next speaker, Dr. Sinadra Jameson Asakesari, who is a highly accomplished senior lecturer grade 1 in the Department of Agricultural Biology at the Faculty of Agriculture, University of Jaffna. With a distinguished career spanning several decades, Dr. Asakesari has made significant contribution to the agricultural research, education and development both nationally and internationally. Dr. Sinadra Jameson Asakesari has been recognized for his outstanding contribution to agricultural science with prestigious awards such as the ASDA, that is the Annual Symposium of the Department of Agriculture Award for the Best Scientist of the year 2020, and the Presidential Award for the Best Contributor in the Agricultural Sector in 2018. He has undergone specialized training program to enhance his expertise in agriculture, including the capacity building program for Class 1 officers of Sri Lanka Agricultural Service, training programs on production technology and value chain development through pulses in South Asia, and a certificate course on leadership in agricultural research management at the Asian Institute of Technology, Thailand. Dr. Asakesari possesses exceptional communication skills in English, Tamil and Sinhala, enabling him to effectively convey complex scientific concepts to diverse audiences. He is known for his proficiency in agricultural research methodology and his ability to work collaboratively in multidisciplinary teams. Throughout his career, Dr. Asakesari has held various positions of leadership and responsibility. He has served as a research officer in plant breeding, Deputy Director of Research, and currently holds the position of Additional Director Research. He has conducted pioneering research in crop improvement with a focus on crops such as onion, groundnut, millets, and chilies. Dr. Asakesari has been actively involved in numerous national and international projects and as an enhancing agricultural productivity, sustainability, and food security personnel. Secured research grants, facilitated technology transfer, and provided expert guidance to government and non-government organizations. His extensive publication record includes research papers, conference presentation, and technical reports on topics ranging from crop genetics and breeding to sustainable agricultural practices. Dr. Asakesari is a dedicated educator, mentor, and public speaker, engaging with students, farmers, and policymakers to promote agricultural innovation and development. In addition to his academic, involved in community development initiatives and outreach programs. Overall, Dr. Sinadra Jameson Asakesari is a visionary leader and scholar whose contributions have significantly advanced agricultural science and practice in Sri Lanka and beyond. We are indeed very thankful to you, sir, for having joined us for this session.
So how
today? Are you sleepy now? Maybe sleepy and hungry. So I was also sleeping when I was shouted. Then in the class I have shouted, and then the lecturer came back, and then in front of girl was sitting in front of me. Her name was Umayal, and my shout was resembling Umayal. So she came back, and then she got called by the lecturer. Therefore, I don't allow anybody to sleep during my lecture. So if I allow you to sleep, you will dream something else, and finally end up with very, very dangerous events. Therefore, don't sleep. If you want to sleep, please go away, so we can, rest of the people can listen to the lectures. Okay. I am from Sri Lanka. I know Tamil. I am a Tamilian. Vanakkam Chennai, Vanakkam Tamil. You know, Vandare Varavettum Tamil Nadu. So I felt that Tamil Nadu is feeding the people who ever come. So I studied TNAU from TNAU Coimbatore from 85 to 89, and then during 2000 to 2002, Punjab Agricultural University, and then again 2008 to 2012 at TNAU again PhD. So though I am a Sri Lankan, I completed all 3 degrees from Sri Lanka, India. So I am half Indian, half Indian. But my wife is Sri Lankan. I was not fortunate to have Indian wives. Okay. So then, with this small introduction, I will go through my presentation. Can we have the Yeah, I do research on sustainable agriculture, especially I am a plant leader. Then okay, so the sustainability means we have to feed the people, all time, all nutrition, and all required amount of food. So that is a sustainable supply. So for the sustainable supply, we have to have a sustainable approach. So when you see the population here, can I come out here? Yeah, when you see the population, so it is alarming population rate now. It is increasing year by year, and it has reached several millions in 2004. So this is the world population development. You can see this graph. See these developed countries, they have static growth. See 1 billion, less than 1 billion in 1750, and it has reached only just above 1 billion. But the underdeveloped countries, they are reaching more than 10 billion in 2050. So because of this, we have to feed the nation, the world. For that, the sustainable approach is necessary to increase the production. So, but the industrial developed countries, they are static in population also. But still, it is increasing. The way of approach should be sustainable to the world. So this is the main causes of increasing the population, birth rates, migration and mortality rates reduced. So now we have to have grain production. So the rice is a major staple food in the southern side, Southeast Asia. So in other words, there are oats and wheats and everything food production we have to go for that. See, this world grain production also has increasing trend. It has to be increased because we have to feed the nation. So the vegetable production also we have to increase tremendously. Then see, this is this is the actual data you have to see. In the vegetable production, 50% is produced by China. In 10% by India and 4% by US and 2% in Turkey, Iran and Egypt. So this vegetable production also has to be increased. So the other side, the malnutrition. You see the picture and how it is shared. Severely affected people, around 572 million. It is increased now, 735 million today. So this is malnutrition. So this is the impact of malnutrition. You know these pictures. So now, preventing malnutrition, we have to have fruits, vegetables and grains and everything we have to supply to the world. Therefore, the FAO has decided and defined the sustainable approach. It's all people, all time and physical, social and economic access to sufficient, safe and nutritious food to the people. So we are here, the agriculturists, to do this kind of activities. Now see, sustainability agriculture. So how we can protect the environment and increase the production and supply the quality food to the world. This is for sustainable agriculture. So there are three approaches: financial sustainability is needed, and environmental sustainability, also social sustainability we have to have in sustainable approach. Okay? Before starting my lecture, one of your lecturers came and asked how long it will take. I said within 5 minutes I can finish. She said no, you can go up to maybe half an hour. Don't worry, I know you are hungry and I know you sleep, then I will quickly go through the lectures. Okay? So these are the characteristics of sustainable agriculture around 6 major concepts: ecology and resources and naturally adequate and so on, economically viable. These are the sustainable agriculture. So then we have to have 5 key principles in sustainable agriculture. 1, increase productivity, employment and value addition in food system. So this is the first. And the second one is to protect and enhance natural resources. And the third one, improve livelihood and foster inclusive economic growth, and then enhance the resilience of people, communities and ecosystems, and then adapt governance to new challenges. So these 5 key principles we have to adapt for sustainable agriculture. So then, to feeding the world, we have to have several approaches, one by one. So these all are from my slides, my research, and we have generated so many crops and new varieties in Sri Lanka. So this is onion. This is the first ever developed varieties in Sri Lanka in 2009. And this is another line on pipeline. These are brinjal and the mango and all things which I am proud to say I have developed new varieties because of the sustainability approaches. Thereby I have received the best scientist in Sri Lanka. So these are the products from the very beginning I am towards for sustainability approach. So we have developed few varieties like that. So then nowadays it is a precision agriculture without wasting the time, energy and the resources. We have to have very, very precise agricultural approach to have a sustainable approach. Then integrated farming with agroforestry. This agroforestry maintains the environment and the integrated approach also boosts us for recycling of the resources. And then this is a success story of Kambu. You know the Kambu? I don't know, pearl millet. This was not introduced in Sri Lanka. I got one plant in the onion nursery. Then I have multiplied that seeds. Now that is in the farmer's field. This is the only available Kambu variety in Sri Lanka. This is a very, very attractive crop nowadays, and it has been included into Sattuma, how do you say, food. So this is a very success story in sustainable agriculture. And this is another sustainable approach. See how many onion types are developed in northern region in Sri Lanka. especially Sri Lanka, northern region, only we are doing cultivation. It has come from Vedaranyam. Originally it has come from Vedaranyam, but we call Vedalam. So it has changed into Vedala. So we trace that background. It is Vedaranyam and Vedalam. There are several segregations now. It has come to this level. This is a sustainable plant resource in genetic base. And then biofertilizers, as you know, the biofertilizers are very much important in the sustainable approach. And then these are the biofertilizers we have available at present in Sri Lanka and elsewhere. You know all those things, you know. And then alternative nutritional finding we have to have, especially mushroom, and then several items we have to have. And this particular window collection is necessary for different kind of recipes. In Kalyana woods, very house, Katrika illada Kalyana wood is Sri Lanka. So all different Kalyana wood have different colors. Okay. So this is mango. This is a very delicious mango which we have developed by a selection, and now it is available in Sri Lanka. And now these are the other produced mushroom and honeybee, and we have now developed for sustainable approach. And then we have to have minimize post-harvest losses. That is the another approach of sustainable agriculture. And then aquaculture. Very recently we need aquaculture. This is our research student. He is doing some fish tonic from fish. So therefore the aquaculture is another approach to have sustainable agriculture. And then we have to have supportive actions where in monetary terms and money values and market channels and everything we have to have supporting systems. Then, so this is in general view, but very closely if you look into that, we have to have, as Madam said, integrated pest management technologies, and then these are the IPMs we have to, and then zero tillage is also conserve the moisture and the soil, and then organic farming, this is very recent introduction. Worldwide, and then crop rotation, it is naturally done. This also has to be repeated for sustainable production. Again, the agroforestry also we have to look into in several facets. And then mulching, as you know already, we have to have, and contour farming. This is very prevalent in Sri Lanka because in central part of the hill there are several undulations available. Therefore, we have to look into the contour farming to reduce the soil erosion and the sustainable approach in the hill countries. And then irrigation monitoring, we have to have some micro irrigation system to have quality water to the nation. And then new technologies, we have to have drone technologies, and then vertical farming, biotechnology, digital sensors, and then agricultural robots and nanotechnology, and then drones now are in practices, and then this is vertical farming, and this is biotechnological development, and then artificial intelligence. So I personally against this. I am personally, because this is my personal. I am against this. Okay, and then the solar energy and solar thermal and nanotechnology. This is very much important to enhance the fertilizer use efficiency and the water use efficiency. Nanotechnology is needed. And then renewable energy, as you know, biomass, wind, and also. There are several positive impact of sustainable agriculture in food security, and then finally we have to have a very sustainable approach to sustainable agriculture to have food security in the world. As I promised, I think I have finished within half an hour. Maybe I can talk maybe 2 days in sustainable agriculture. So with this, thank you very much, especially Dr. Nurjahan, and he was continuously mentoring me, and then all people related to me. And then finally, this is my research team, Dr. Johan, and you see, this is not other, this is my VC, and my family, friends, and all glory to God who has strengthened me and given wisdom to me and to be in front of you at the international conference. Thank you.
Enlightening us with the various sustainable resources that are available in Sri Lanka. Thank you so much, audience, for being a part of this first technical session. We now disperse for lunch. Post the presentation alone will happen in the same venue. Oral presentations will be happening at the other venues. Thank you so much.